Hey there, it's Elizabeth and welcome back. I hope y'all are doing well. Today we're going to do a flip through of my February 2023 journal. Now this journal starts out as this. It's just a plain white mailing envelope, and then I transform it into a journal. It holds 1 month only. If you'd like to know how I made it, not this particular one, but I think it was my Christmas one from last year. You can look down in the description box and there is a permanent link there on how to make a journal out of a white mailing envelope, or a clasp envelope, I think is what it's titled. So welcome if you're new here and welcome back if you're returning. Yeah, I have been loving these journals, okay? So they fit 1 month in them, and they get, they get chunky, but that's fine. I just have a simple closure on it. I always do closures like this. It just has eyelets and some seam binding, dyed seam binding. This is just scrapbook paper, my Dymo tape label maker for the date on it, some rosette trim that I had. This is a little laminated tag that I had watercolored. I did a bunch of them and it was a lot of fun. I do believe I have down below as well a tutorial on how I made the tassel for one of the journals. I'm not sure. And then I have just some charms on it. This one down here says heart. And yes, oh, and I learned this little technique here, if you can see it, putting this little, just sewing this little loop in here to hold the clasp, right, for the dangle, tangle, tassel, whatever. So there you have it. And I've just really enjoyed making these books and using them. So as I go through the book, this will probably be in 2 separate videos. I will try to explain to the best of my ability what I've used, materials I've used, to whom I'm referring, if I mention anybody, and all the links hopefully will be below. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them below in the comment section. Make sure you like this and subscribe if you so desire. You want to see more of what's going on this channel. I appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, so I generally do not put anything on the covers of my journals just because they go on and off a shelf, and I don't want anything falling off or getting hung up or anything like that. So we'll just take this and we flip it up like that, and let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. Let's just make sure you're centered. Okay, so this signature also, oh, well, let me think. Okay, for a normal month, not one such as February that only has 28 days, but for the other months, I usually take 16 pieces of paper, just folded in half, 8.5 by 11. And that's one of the things I really like about using the white envelopes, is because you don't need to be, not too often anyway, but you don't need to be cutting down a bunch of papers and, all of that. It's just 8.5 by 11 folded in half, and there you go, right? So this right here is a lovely piece of vellum that I printed on. I got that idea from Notes and Hues Kanoi, and you can check out her channel. It will be below. Let's see. This is just the front cover. This I received in a really sweet happy mail by one of you subscribers, and I really appreciate it. I just loved it, and I put it in here. I loved it so much that I went out and got my own little booklet of them. They're called Prayers to Share, and I got it at Hobby Lobby, the book. This one right here. Okay. So this is like my opening page, and this was one of the challenges that I did. It was hashtag SOL challenge. It was Season of Love Challenge 2023. I did it through Instagram, and that was through Rookie Journal, and I'll leave her YouTube channel link below. And it was also, let me see, I have it in the back here. I did put a little bitty pocket back here, just a little Valentine thing. But this was the craft challenge, Season of Love, and I really enjoyed it. I just entered just a couple of things into it, not very many. But yeah, it was done by Rookie Journal and Lagoya 11. So I'll put their links below. This I probably could have put in there, but I don't think I did. but this is one that I did. And it was a really nice challenge because it was just a season of love, you know, for the month of February. And it was any kind of, you know, any kind of craft that you do, you know, it didn't have to be just journaling or a tuck tag or pocket or collage or anything like that. It could be anything related to the season of love. So that's what I chose for this page. Like I could have entered this little thing because it says love on it. I could have maybe entered my tassel because it says heart on it, you know, but anyway. So that was a lot of fun and nice to just do that for the, you know, the cover page. All right. Okay, so the month, I guess, started on a Wednesday, and what Wednesdays mean are the, whatever. It means the inspired to create hashtag, and that is another prompt challenge that I have been doing and still continue to do. It is through AJ's Inspired Life and Messy Missy Creates, and they put out a prompt word every Wednesday. Yes, every Wednesday. So that is a lot of fun. Go over and check that out if you haven't already, or if you're on Instagram, you can check out the hashtag. So this one was the first one. They give you a word and then you do kind of like an acrostic. So what I did was I made this little, what is this called? A pocket, right? Yeah, a pocket. And the first word of the month of February was love. And so then you go and you pick the different words for each of the letters, right? So I did lilac, love, and lace. For this one, the lilac is the color in the back, and love was this Bible verse here, love's in action. And yeah, the lace. And then oval, I picked this. This is actually 2 pieces of paper. It's not all one. So I had this little frame that I fussy cut out for the oval. And then Valentine was this little lace heart. And then I made it all out, the tag and everything. And then I wrote about it on the back out of an envelope, recycled envelope. So there's that. This background paper here is from Loveland's Life. And this background right here are my Dabo inks. They're, let me just get them out so you can see them. They are linked below. They're these things. They're bingo daubers, and they're just a fun way to quickly jazz up a page with color. And then here is my own lettering that I do. I simply take a Crayola marker. That's it. I write it out on my extra like scraps of copy paper, and then I just fussy cut them all out and glue them on. And that's how I do my lettering. You'll see that throughout the book. All of my days and dates are from Loveland's Life as well. And then I do have a lot of different clip arts, this down here and this up here. This is for my walking and running each day. I like to track my steps. And this is just simply clip art. So I go into the computer and I looked up, just like on Google, I just look up, you know, walking clip art with the word clip art, and then it comes up with a bunch of images. And then I just copy and paste them to a Word document and print out a whole page of them. You know, it's just easier for me to do that when I know that I'm going to be doing something every single day. And that's the same for these little clip arts down here. This is for my Bible study that I am doing with Kanoi at Notes and Hues. And if you're interested in doing a Bible study, you can start at any time. We started at the beginning of the year. Kanoi started it, and we are reading through the Bible 365 days this year. Every day of the year, we're reading sections of the Bible, and it is in chronological order. And then you can watch the video where you can go over to Kanoi's channel, watch the video for it, where she has, an extremely thorough uh, Bible study going on. You know, she goes line by line, word for word, and it's been so exciting and so awesome. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And we are following along with the reading plan from the Bible recap. So I'll put that link below as well. Okay, this is just a funny little story that I tipped in later. We oftentimes, about 3 times a week, we go to our in-laws, to my in-laws, my husband's parents' house. They just live like 2 blocks away. And we go, my husband makes dinner and we take it over there. And it's always a joke when we, walk in the house. We're like, Meals on Wheels is here. And then sometimes we're able also to see our niece and her kids, and yeah, so it's a lot of fun. But lately we've been going over there and there isn't additional family members there, so it is really nice, just the 4 of us getting together and chatting about different things. And Papa, who's 80, he just turned 80 this past summer, my husband's father, he just, it's always nice to hear the stories of the grandparents and, in this case, my in-laws. But it's just fun. So he was telling us about this story, how he had this pig when he was growing up. It wasn't like a pet pig. I mean, they were raising it for dinner, but it would follow him everywhere. So if he'd go off into the forest to go hunting or something, the pig would follow him. So I just like putting those little things in here. It's, yeah. So there were dolphin playing in the cove today. These are just stamped images, and this is how I keep track of my YouTube videos. So I filmed 2 of them today. We had hot dogs, I think, and pie, I guess. And yeah, that's... Oh, okay, so we had this the night before. Oh, that's why I have this face palm here, because I messed up my days as I usually do, but anyway, doesn't matter. So there's that. And this background paper here is just, I got it from just a regular journal that was staple bound, and I took the papers out of it and dyed them all with food coloring. And so I like to use them within my book. Okay, so again, walking. This is my latest obsession. It's a peanut caramel bar. It's a payday. My Bible study at the end of the evening, my walking in the morning. We went into town. It was beautiful. Yeah, we've had beautiful weather for this past month. There could have been like a cold snap-ish. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's been just absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful out. So let's see. Worked in my color glue book. Okay, mostly just putting down backgrounds. Yep. And then I must have made, or maybe my husband made tuna dip. It's Mexican tuna dip, and it's so good. So, and my big handsome is starting to feel better. So yeah, he's having less and less pain. So that's awesome. And then this right here, yes, my son called us on this day and said, guess what? I'm engaged. Yeah. It was kind of a surprise, but kind of not a surprise. We kind of, thought that he might have called us ahead of time to let us know what was going on, but everything's cool. And yeah, so he's got a fiance. My little baby's got a fiance, so we're excited for him. And then this was Friday. I did my walking. Now on some of these pages I do have something like this, and this was just the random page that I had in here, but I just like the image so much that I don't want to cover it up. So then I just did my journaling on here. These stickers just do not stick down. And it was just a simple day. I spoke with my beauty queen. We were watching Savage Beauty on TV. Bible verse here, my Bible study at night. Yeah, just wasn't doing anything. Went into town again. Came home. Yeah, that's it. Well, okay. Yeah, I love catching up with my girl. So there was that. This day, like nothing to write about, okay? Nothing at all. Like we literally watched TV all day, and I crocheted. At the time I was working on a blanket, which I have now since finished, but yeah. And this, I guess, maybe I wasn't feeling all that great, and so we just relaxed all day. So that's how I did that. If you want to know how I did this background, you crumple up a piece of paper, you flatten it out, you take your ink pad and you just rub it over the wrinkles, and that's how you get these markings. And it's just a fun little technique to do on your pages. These are just clip art offline. Again, I was doing nothing, okay? Doing nothing. This I got off of probably Instagram or Facebook or something, and some of you ask me, where do I get these? And that is what I do. When I happen to be scrolling through something, either Facebook, or, which I'm not really on that often, but or Instagram or something like that, I just take a quick what's it called, a screenshot. I just take a screenshot and then I edit it, the information out, you know, just so I have the picture, and then I then go in and move it from my photos to a Word document. That's it, and print it out on regular paper. This is clip art. I had some Earl Grey tea this day. This is actually a pocket, so I could have put some kind of writing in it, but we had started watching a show called Whitechapel. It's a British crime show, which we happen to really enjoy, and I called my aunt this day, so it was a Sunday. This was one of the entries that I did for Rookie Journal and Goya 11, their challenge. So this is an old gal. Her name is Hope, and I drew her in pencil back in 2018 when I was into drawing and practicing how to draw girls. I haven't done it in a very long time, but yeah, I used to love doing it. And so I actually photocopied the original onto a piece of watercolor paper, believe it or not, and then I smooshed her. So yeah, and then I had some extra smoosh paper from something else I was doing, and I made these faith, hope, and love little squiggly hearts, right? And then on this day, this is the day that I went live and did or created, I do believe, this for the Inspire to Create challenge. So did that. So I took a little photo of it and stuck it in there. We were watching Whitechapel. This is a little stamp that I got years ago from Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. So put that on there to say that I went live. This again is my own lettering. This is simply a notepad paper that I just stuck on here. And yeah, woke at 4, oh dear, and no walk. Okay, so my husband, where's his thing? That's weird. Oh, there it is right there. Because he went to a doctor's appointment, the 8-hour doctor appointment. So he went to that, did this. I took a 2-hour nap in the afternoon. Oh my goodness. And I received my Mr. Pen free gift. It was mustache paper clips. So stinking cute. When you order from Mr. Pen, they will give you like a QR code and you get a free gift. And in this case, you'll see it on the next page, but they were these paper clips, so super cute. And then also I was doing February and June's, which is Lydia. I was doing her prompts, and she, I believe, puts them out once a month. And these I get from Instagram. She posts them on Instagram. I do the same thing. I screenshot it, I crop it to only have the prompt itself, and it's usually the 5 senses. So it is a lot of fun. And this was Taste What You Have for Dinner, and I had shrimp. Yeah, so my husband bought me some shorts for walking. Oh, skirts. Yes, that I remember that. Yeah, he had bought me some skirts for walking. So that was nice. And we went over to Mom and Pa's to have dinner. This is just attached onto a doily that was in here. And then this was just extra space I wanted because the picture overhung, you know, so I wanted to just cover that part up. Here's my husband's bracelet with just a little tabby do at the top. And then this actually, here's one of the mustache clips. Isn't that funny? This opens up like this, and I just happened to, again, like the page before, a couple pages ago, I like the picture on it. It's a girl profile kind of blowing bubbles, and so I just pick a quote and I put that on there. This was part of this was actually what came with the the paper clips. Yeah. So that was just an inside joke. And it goes like this, right? So I didn't even bother doing anything here. Here is Lydia's next prompt for the day, and it's see what red item did you see today? And it's my red toenails. And this is actual size I put, because I just stuck my foot on this piece of paper and traced it. And yeah, I got fat little piggies, huh? Anyway, yeah, I only noticed them because they're in desperate need of repainting. Yeah, so there was that. My husband likes my toenails red. So therefore, they're always red. Yes, because I aim to please. Yep. So that goes there. And then this day, or no, on this day, we went to this state park. I think my dog got fleas here. I'm not kidding. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting my leg on that thing. Excuse me. My husband and I are having cold symptoms, so sorry for the coughing, sneezing, whatever, snurgling going on. So this was part of the brochure. I had walked this many steps this day because I did walk that morning, and then we decided to take the puppy for a walk at the preserve. I spoke with my stepmom this day, did my Bible study at night. Oh, after our walk, my husband and I went to one of our favorite places, the Bagel Break, with the little pupper, and we had a nice breakfast. And oh, Big Handsome was so tired, he took a 3-hour nap. Oh my goodness. Oh, this was the day too that I was working on my crochet journal, and I think I showed you guys this before, but this is the crochet journal. So it is to keep track of, these are all my crochet projects that I've done in the past. But from now on, this was the blanket I was working on. And so from now on, I want to keep track of what I'm making and who I'm making it for and what, all of that, right? So yeah. So there's that. So I was working on that. And then there is my sweet hubby and my cute little pupper there at the preserve. So that was fun. And then, yeah, we had a great time. We love to take our little puppy for a walk. We would love it if there were no fleas, but that's not the case. Anyway, and yes, we do give him medicine, but they're just like, I don't know, they're special kind of Florida fleas. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, I was doing this for my Bible study because Kanoi taught us a really cool way of putting either pieces of vellum or extra pieces of paper for your notes into your Bible, and you put it right into the spine. And I think I showed it on another video, but you just take your tacky glue and you just put it right along the edge there, and then you shove it into the spine, and it works a charm. And so this one just happened to be about the tabernacle tent, and it was too light, so I think I ended up doing it on regular paper. Anyway, so I just kept it in here. Yep. And then this was actually... This was the Inspire to Create, okay? And this was for week 2. And what we did for this is Brooke and we ended up finally getting together and doing a live, but we didn't do the live until like March 2nd, I think. But we were doing this second week of the prompt challenge. So what we did was, the word was Cupid, and we exchanged... words. Okay, so the words that she sent to me for Cupid were crayon, underpants, paint, ink, and drawing. So this is what I ended up making. And then, like I said, in March we finally got together and did a live and created these live. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So here is like the ink. I did a stamp. This is a drawing. The crayons, I use neon color 2s. And paint, I use some paint in the background here. And the underpants is what she said, that somebody else, but I'll just say she said. The underpants are like the background of your art piece or whatever. So yeah, and then I just sewed on some little trim on the side, some lace on the side. And then this is just, you know, one of those things, like I said, that I print out. We had a couch day this day, and I was crocheting again. My husband went to the store and he said, oh, do you want anything? And I said, yes, pick up some wine. And so he did. I resent a happy mail to Brooke, who had sent me a happy mail, and I sent the first one out way back in January, and she never received it. I don't know what it is between me and mail. And then I sent my daughter's the a little happy mail as well. And then so when my husband was in town, he stopped by the poutine place and got me some yummy poutine. And poutine is a Canadian dish. It's French fries, brown gravy, and cheese curd, and it is so, so good. Yes, and you wonderful thing, you. Yeah, he's always thinking about me. So he brought me some Moscato wine, and let's see. I didn't want to get out of bed, yeah, but I did. Oh, well, so it was turning warm and sticky now. And then he brought me lunch, yeah. And then we were still watching Whitechapel. So, yeah, we're really enjoying the show. And then I made some printouts for my Bible study. And then this was Lydia's thing, her prompt about hearing. What did you hear? What's the weirdest thing? I didn't hear a weird word, but I did see this, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious word. And so I just popped that in there for that prompt. And then on this day here, not a lot to say. So I just simply decorate the page. I was having a migraine, which is not good. And then I just put a quote on it, right? We're still watching Whitechapel. Here is the fourth day of Lydia's prompts, and it was about feel. What's the temperature? Current temps are coolish in the AM. They're in the high 60s and warmish and mild in the afternoon, high of 80. So this is like the perfect temperature for me. Yes, perfect. And then caught up with my beauty queen, and this is how I was feeling. And this right here comes from Loveland's Life. She had, I'll put the Instagram links below too if I can remember, but this is from MK Illustrations, and she collaborated with Lynn, and this was one of her drawings. So cute. That's exactly how I felt that day. And then on this day was a Friday, and my husband and I went to our very first, possibly the last, estate sale. And I did find a large bin. We're talking like a 30-gallon bin of trims and ribbons. Oh my goodness. Yes, I was in heaven. And my favorite ones were these brocade ones. They were just fabulous. But this is what the bin looked like, and it was just chock full, like to the top. He also found some vintage magazines for me, and I found some linens, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. We finished up Whitechapel. And then on Friday was smell for Lydia's challenge. Do you have a craft supply that you love to smell? And my answer was no, I do not. I didn't write that in there, but yeah, no. I don't have a favorite anything that I smell. No. Not that I use. So I still had a headache. I had a screaming headache this day, in fact, even when we went to the estate sale. But I did get up and do my walking anyway. And then, my kids were off on another adventure, as they always are. So they all went out to Arizona again, I think, to spend the weekend out there with my son's fiance's father. It was his birthday. So, yeah. We really enjoyed Whitechapel. It was like the best limited series yet. So these things, I was starting to try these drip drops. I get them at Walmart, and it's for dehydration relief. With the chronic illness that I have, I get dehydrated very easily. So I have to drink probably double the amount of water as a normal person would drink, like over 120 ounces of water a day, Otherwise, I get headache, or I have, other symptoms that go along with the syndrome that I have called POTS. So I was trying these, and they do work. They do work really well. So, and then I've just been like so exhausted lately, and so I'm the type of person, like, if I want to know something, I have to look it up. So I'm like, how can I be so tired when I'm doing, like, literally absolutely nothing, you know, like nothing. And this is what I found. When you're lacking any sort of physical activity and your body stays in the same position for long periods of time, its ability to take in oxygen decreases, and you will notice a huge drop in energy levels and motivation. Yep, that's what I was feeling. And even though, I mean, I get up and I walk every day and all that kind of stuff. But it's what I do the rest of the day. So am I sitting in my craft room, you know, for 8 hours straight working on a journal? Or, you know, I mean, I need to like get up and move around and walk around and, you know, stuff like that. So I slept in. I'm just tired. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting close to finishing my blanket. And the kids were having a great time in Arizona, and I put hashtag full heart. I love that they love to spend time together. You all know. I mean, I've said it 100 times. So yes, and they went out there to go to. I think it was the 35th annual Arizona Renaissance Festival. That's what they went out there to go do, with her dad. And these are some pictures of the gems. And oh yeah, she sent us. My daughter sent us the cutest video of our sunshine. So, and she texted, y'all really birthed a legend. He was up on stage. He was volunteered by, you know, his fiance. She volunteered him to go up there and be part of like a wench skit. If you know, I don't know how else to explain it, but and so he's up there and he was singing. And my husband has a beautiful voice too, but my son loves to sing, and so they were quite surprised when he belted out whatever they had him belt out. But yeah, it was I'm so glad she sent us that. Yeah, it made our night. It was great. I still had a headache. I had some Earl Grey tea, and at this point we were watching Rose and Maloney, another British crime show series. And then I did my Bible study that night. And this was a Sunday, so I call my aunt. I always film my ramble sessions. These were the prompts for the inspired to create hashtag that I sent to Brooke. Remember, she sent me some, and then I sent her some. So she was to use corrugated cardboard, a unicorn, pastel, illustration, and drip painting. And hers came out beautifully, and she has it on Instagram. So I'll try to leave the links below. This behind here is a crochet pattern napkin. My husband and I went to Denny's and had breakfast. This was Super Bowl weekend. I finished my blanket, yes, because this past week I'd had a lot of time on the couch, let me tell you. And yeah, I took a nap. Oh, we went to brunch at Denny's, and then I took a nap on the couch. And the kids got home this day, so they had a really nice trip. And then they were having people over, I think, to watch the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs won. Yeah, I went to bed before it was over. So, and then we'll probably stop here. This was a Monday. I spoke with my beauty queen. This is what my bed looks like when I'm doing my Bible study. I've got my life application Bible for the notes and everything in it. And then this is my journaling Bible where I take more notes in it, and my little pencil case and everything. This is an old drawing I did. I don't even think I have the original anymore. I might have cut the original out. I don't even know where I got this copy of it. I might have scanned it in. But anyway, it's a little girl I drew one time when I was at the hospital with my husband while he was in there. But anyway, this is simply a notepad that I wrote on and glued on top of the page. I did go for a walk. Oh no, it was too cool and windy to go for a walk. Yeah, I can't do that, so I did not. Caught up on pages. Called the stupid retirement place from my dad. He passed away, and so we're dealing with the beneficiary stuff, and it's been like 7 months now, and it's been a complete and utter nightmare. Worst company I've ever worked with in my life, I think. Anyway, yeah, this was going to be the 4th time I was sending them the exact same information. It's been very frustrating. And then we went over to Mom and Pa's and had some bean soup. And then I came home and went straight to bed. Yep, because I'm exhausted. And then I spoke with my beauty queen, and in here some personal journaling about that. And this was, okay, what happened here? I must have done this right here, and then this right here was for this day. Yeah, that's how I did it. So this was Valentine's Day, and I vacuumed the house, and my husband had gone somewhere. Oh, he went in the morning to go get the oil change, and he brought me home a stack of magazines that he just took out of the waiting room. I mean, like, they were there to take, so it wasn't like he was stealing them or anything. Yeah. And so when he came home, I was thrilled. He's so sweet. He's so thoughtful. Yeah. So I was doing Smoosh paper, and that's what this is in the background. There's a link below if you want to know how to do it. And let's see, I worked on free printables for YouTube. That's another thing. If you want some free printables, go ahead and look in the description box. I have a list of them. They're all on Google Drive, and you can go down there and get them for yourself. My poor big handsome, he wasn't feeling well toward the afternoon. He was just probably in more pain than what he has been in. And then we went over to Mom and Pa's for dinner. Big handsome had fixed ribs, and I think the kids were there. Yeah, the kids were there, which are my grand nephews and niece. And then, oh, Beauty Queen finally received the letter that I sent her. It took like a week. Like, guys, we live like 3 hours away from each other, and it took literally a week to get there. So I'll stop here. This is another one of the Inspired to Create prompts. So I'll stop here, and I will finish the rest of it in another video. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions about how I do anything or what I use, or if I've missed anything, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more like it. And I will thank you for your time. I know it's precious, and I am so thankful that you choose to spend it with me. So have a great rest of your day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.